What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be addressing an important topic in regards to training as a hybrid athlete, as I do. We're going to be talking about how to properly balance strength training and endurance training, but mainly in regards to the lower body, because running, especially long runs, taxing on the lower body. Also, any sort of heavy lifting, also taxing, like heavy squats, deadlifts, anything like that, also taxing on the lower body. So it's a delicate balance between the two, and so we're going to talk about that today, because we have a leg day coming up in about 10 minutes. So we're going to get some pre-workout mixed up, and we're gonna do this similar to how I've been doing workouts the past few videos, where we're gonna voice this over. So let's get this pre-workout mixed up. So today we're going with the Ghost USA shaker bottle to match the fit. I can't tell if you, I don't know if you can see the shorts, the USA shorts, gray Ghost shirt. We're going USA. So then for today's pre-workout, we're gonna go up to the cabinet, and it's looking like we got some options. We got the pump. We've been using the pumps a lot lately, but we're gonna leave those alone there. We've got the Phase Gamer. We're also gonna leave that alone. And so I think, here we go. I think what we're gonna do is actually, we're gonna go with the Legend All Out. We have just a little bit left. It's not gonna be a full scoop. We're gonna go with that, and then we are actually gonna grab pump and do a little bit extra pump in there. So here we are with this, and we're really, take a look, we're really just gonna be finishing off. Yeah. There's nothing. Let me show you guys what we're working with here. So going into here, there's really nothing left in either of these. All out pump. Yeah, there's nothing left in either of these. So we're just gonna work the magic here and pull the scooper and that like dry pouch thing out of both of these. Do a little bit of water into these and call that good. Which that means, gotta shake this up now to get this all mixed. Which that means we gotta restock, because now that those two are gone, this is looking pretty empty now. We got those 3 lone Ghost ones we gotta finish off. That BPN stuff, that pre-workout's been sitting there a while just because I'm not a big fan of it and the ingredients, but that's not really important. Yeah, so we got here banana. We're gonna smash both of these very quickly and then get over to the gym for leg day. One of the key things that I want to point out before we get going into leg day and get over to the gym is that training legs and running are both super important to do at the same time. You should not neglect lower body strength training. And for me personally, I say this because I know when I'm running, I feel actually more sore, and I actually start to kind of get pain and tightness in that lower body, whether it be in my knees, my hips, ankles, like joints really. Those really start to ache more when I'm not strength training. And so I know I've gone on a stretch, which lately I'll admit I've kind of been on a stretch of probably close to a week where I haven't hit legs, or I haven't hit legs seriously, maybe just a few sets of something here to kind of like check the box sort of. But I'll notice after a period of time, especially like my knees and my low back actually start to get painful, hurt. My knees start to kind of act up and ache while I'm running. And so I know once that starts happening, it's like, all right, I need to go hit legs. I need to work on this a little bit and kind of get this stronger. So do not neglect lower body training just because you're running and doing a lot of miles and like they're getting sore. You're most likely going to feel better on your runs if you have that lower body strength training in them versus not, and like thinking you're kind of resting and recovering. You need some sort of lower body strengthening in your routine if you are a serious runner. So with that being said, let's go hit legs. Alright everyone, welcome to today's leg day voiceover. So we're kicking it off obviously with a warm-up, and my warm-up for leg day, especially like with the long runs and all that, I really take my time and really focus on getting the joints really moving and well. So before this, we foam rolled for a few minutes. This exercise, this hip flexor, banded hip flexor stretch, one of my favorites lately, really helps pull the hip back. You get a really good stretch in it. This was one of my favorites that I've been doing lately. After this, we moved into the banded TKE. So this is another one that I do a lot, and one that I recommend for all runners to do. Really helps get blood flow through the knee, get the knee warmed up, get the quad going, and one of my favorite warm-up drills before hitting heavy squats. So first exercise, if you know me, we're starting unilateral. We're going front foot elevated reverse lunges. So I'm standing up on a plate here, stepping back and down. Helps you get a little more depth, a little more range. And these are also something that I've been started doing more lately, and I really love. I love doing the unilateral stuff first, similar to the TKEs, just to get each side warmed up, firing on all cylinders, so that when we get into squats, today front squats, both sides are working well. Reps for the front squats today, we did a pyramid, so we went 12, 10, 8, 10, 12, which was a killer. This was our set of 8 here, so this was the heaviest weight we did at 175 for 8, and it was tough, to say the least, especially having not hit legs that often lately. Next set of 10, kind of backing off, we dropped it 20 pounds, and this set also was a tough one. Front squats have been the go-to lately, and for me, they're my favorite form of squat, just because for me, back squats, I really never feel my quads. It just all goes to my low back. And front squats, I love loading. I feel like it really makes me engage my core more, and it really places the emphasis on the quads. Also with squats, I want to note I'm using a squat wedge, so that even more so drives emphasis towards the quads. We were dying after that set. The second main exercise, or really the third exercise, I guess, we did are these GHR glute ham raises. One of my favorites, and also something that I like doing, and I kind of swapping in and out with RDLs, just because it's the same motion except we're just locking in that lower body. So get a good stretch in the hamstrings on the way down, squeeze the glutes on the way up. Really like this exercise. Moving into then calf raises, and this is going to be the last exercise for the workout. We kept it pretty short, higher reps on the squats, then everything else to kind of hit the hamstrings, hit the calves. Did 3 sets, 10 reps here, just get a good calf pump, but we kept it light because of the run that we did the day before, and we have a run coming up later today as well. So kept the workout light, then got a good cool down in which for the cool down, we did a lot of kind of mobility exercises you see here with the hip flexors, but we're just doing really long holds with these versus kind of like in and out stretch type things, movement type things, much longer holds to get a good stretch. And yeah, just kind of shake everything out, hitting the hamstrings, hip flexors, glutes. And yeah, that's a wrap for the leg day. Pretty basic, pretty simple. First one that we hit in, like I said, about a week, but felt good to get it in and get it done. All right, back home, and we got to get some food in because we are starving, and we got to refuel for what we got coming up the rest of the day today. So we just hit a lift, and then we got to go get a run in later today. We're going to be going for 3 to 4 miles, super slow, kind of like recovery type run. So yeah, that's what we got coming up the rest of the day. Normally, I'm not one to run on the same day as like a legs work, I can't even talk. I'm not normally one to like run after a leg workout, but I'm at a point now with training and what I'm training for where I have to get the mileage in, and more so I have to just get the volume and work in one day that I need to. So in regards to the topic of this video, you know, training and balancing running and lifting, my biggest advice would be, if you don't really have a specific goal, or really for most goals, especially if they're truly endurance focused, like if you're training for a marathon, half marathon, a race, trail race, anything like that, split up your running and lifting so that your running is on either upper body lift days or it's just kind of like off days and it's on its own, and have your lower body workouts be your lower body workout days and you have nothing else that day. Or you're working it in a way where one's not going to affect the other as much. So if you have a lift, one day you push it hard, day after, if you can't take a day off or have a day in between, just do kind of like a recovery, moderate distance, kind of slower pace recovery run that next day. Or vice versa, if you were getting a long run in or a tempo run in and the lower body's feeling a little bit taxed, take your lower body lift the next day a little bit easier, go a little more kind of hypertrophy focused, kind of just trying to get a good pump, get that blood flow, but don't try and obviously set any PRs. So right now we're gonna get some food, refuel, chill for a second, rehydrate, get some work done, and then we'll be back for the run tonight. Done. Alright guys, it's time to go for the run. She's getting a little bit squirrely right now and wants to go out, so we're just gonna make a trip of it. We're gonna go out, go get the run in, and then we'll be back. We've been sipping on electrolytes. Like I said, take this run a little bit easier, 3 to 4 miles, about a 10 to 12 minute per mile pace. A little bit of walking every once in a while for her, but let's go get to the run and let's get these miles in. Alright guys, we are off. This way. Here we go. 3 miles. Okay. Alright guys, 1 mile in. Just over a mile. Sitting about 12 minute per mile pace. Alright guys, we sped up a little bit. Right here. Sped up a little bit, 10:41 pace for that second mile. Alright guys, so we're calling it 2.5 miles. We're gonna end it right here. Hey, sit. Sit. So this is a workout, just under 30 minutes, 2.5 miles, 11:05 average pace, right here. Hey, good run. So there's a wrap. The run today. Ended up only doing 2.5 miles. Because as we were going through it, when we hit about 2 miles, I realized we had been running more than we ever had before. Usually it's a much more stop-start type thing. But this one we had ran much more than we ever had. And so, in order to not have her overdo it, which I've done once before, and I make sure not to, just so she's not super sore and like limping after. We cut it at 2.5, so we didn't end up doing 3, but it was a pretty solid pace, pretty much around like 11.5 minutes per mile for 2.5 miles, and it felt good. A little shakeout run. And we're feeling actually a little bit better now than we did before the run. So that is it for training today. Hit the lower body lift, hit the run, and we're feeling good. Hope you enjoyed this video today. Kind of threw it together last minute, but it's an important topic for all hybrid athletes out there, and it's something that I know a lot of people that run and lift struggle with, and so hopefully it was helpful to you. Give the video a like, drop a comment below what else you want to see from me on this channel. Appreciate you guys watching, and we'll catch you in the next video.